on. So why are we the same person?
It's hard to judge.
Tell me. Tell me one thing that has happened in the last week that has justified us being the same person.
Oh boy. Woke up in the morning feeling...
I did in fact wake up in the
like
morning, but I did not feel like baby oiling myself.
No.
You ever use baby oil?
4 years.
Huh?
4 years, 2 months, and 0 days. He won.
You lost me.
420.
Is that how long did he go in prison for? You're kidding.
4 years.
4 years,
2 months,
and 1 day, 0 days.
He won.
So where did they even what number is that? So 4 years is what? 48 months. 2 months. So they put him in for 50 months.
Yeah.
It seems like a weird, random, arbitrary number. Oh,
weird,
all right.
arbitrary pay. Anyway,
we are apparently. You want to kick us off today? What's on your noggin?
I would love to kick off today.
Go ahead.
Brother, when I tell you the weird experience I had coming here. So...
All right, so it's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, so traditionally...
How weird could it really get?
Traditionally, I don't hit my GPS until I'm like half an hour out.
Okay.
Because it's pretty much straight for like 200 miles or 100 miles, whatever.
It's like 120.
Yeah, it's like 100 miles,
110.
and then like once I get around 87, that's when I start to like...
Yeah.
But for some reason...
when you get the Scranton exit there.
Yeah. For some reason, today, I decided to do it at the state border.
Your GPS.
Yeah, I just turned it on. I cannot tell if...
Did it get you off 84?
Here's the thing. I cannot tell if it was a positive or a negative. Because it didn't take away from my drive.
Okay.
Like, in terms of timing.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, it was still pretty much the same amount of time.
Yeah. Although your ETAs are usually pretty on the money.
Yeah.
And I feel like you didn't get here until more like 6:40 today.
No, I was here about 6:30, but then I went straight to your bathroom and sat for 10 minutes.
Dropped the fat bomb in there,
of course. Well, I came straight from work, you know?
Understand.
I didn't have time to stop and do anything else. But, so it took me off at, like, exit, like, 17.
Okay.
Which is like 25 exits early or something.
It's most of the way, yeah. Because, well, let's see. Mount Cobb, shout out Jeff Cobb, is
I couldn't tell you the name. I couldn't tell you the name.
Scranton, I think it's 4.
But
they tried to dodge the construction.
So here's my thing. I don't know if it dodged the construction or it dodged an accident.
Interesting.
Because it's never taken me this way before.
Yeah.
And when I originally started driving here, that's what I had the GPS from the beginning, right? Sure. So like this has never considered this path before. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So I'm following through this and I'm going through some of these roads and I'm like, okay, their speed limit is pretty, but it's basically going like tandem with 84.
Okay.
Right? And I'm like, okay, interesting. It wasn't until I passed the Camel that I was like, am I going to the right place?
Wait, like an actual literal camel?
Brother.
Like somebody riding a camel?
Brother, there was a camel in a man's yard. It had 2 humps. It was gated in. And I was just like, that's a camel. And I just kept driving.
Amish country?
Nope. It was just some guy's got a double humped camel.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, am I going to the right place? Like, I had to double check to make sure I put in the right address. Because I only have 3 addresses saved. I have yours. Just the ones that basically I know I'm going to need GPS. I have yours. I have my cousins in Colorado, and then I have another friend who's like across
deep.
It's just like in Albany territory.
Okay, up a little bit, yeah.
Like, but either way, it's like for the most part, I see that's the Pennsylvania one. Click. So I was like, but I genuinely had to like be like, am I going to the right place?
Have I made a mistake?
But then it pulled me back onto the pretty much the tail end of
back onto 84
right at
T
Teague.
Street.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so you came on literally at the Scranton exit.
Yeah. And it was just like I wasn't expecting a domesticated camel on the ride here.
No, I certainly wouldn't have. I know there's a lot of like, I don't know if they're all Amish. I'm ignorant. I don't know the difference. There is Amish-looking individuals, in quite a few neighborhoods in the 50-mile radius.
Something tells me an Amish person would not.
A strange animal. I could
choose camel.
It is a very specific animal to pick. Yeah, but there is 84. There, I know Amanda's GPS will take us on the way home if she GPS's it, or not home on the way to New York. It'll take us off at like exit 12 and we'll bop off for like 15, 20 minutes and then get back on 84. So it's trying to dodge some of the construction there.
That's what I assumed. I at first I was like, because I had already gone through 2 constructions. It
Yeah.
was 3 total, pretty much on going west.
Yeah, where it turns into one
where
lane.
it becomes single lane.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was another thing. There was still construction on this side road, but like they made it like there was a stoplight, and it was a single lane on a bridge.
Yeah,
so
I
it was
hate
like
those.
so the stoplight, like you had to wait for the cars to finish,
Yeah.
even if it was green, until you could go.
Yeah.
And then it was
Because you can't get anywhere.
and you
with the car
and you
anyways,
have no idea if it's
you can't
turned
see the
right
other
or
side. You're like, I hope nobody's coming.
Yeah.
Do a little beep 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 beep.
Right.
Like, here
It's just like
hope for the best.
I was like, that was the most dangerous thing I've ever done. Yeah, no, it was just a weird trip here today.
Interesting.
You know?
It's funny you say that because Amanda's parents they were down here. We did a whole big surprise thing with her sister from Florida. She came up, yada yada. I just told the story on stream, so I feel like I'm just repeating myself. But off the topic of that, when they were on the way back home, I was already there. I went to go have dinner with my parents on Saturday. So Amanda hitched a ride with her parents back to New York, had dinner, and then I brought us back to Pennsylvania.
Sure.
On the way to New York, they go up 87. They get off at the right exit to start heading toward 84. But you know where you have to veer off slightly to the left to actually take the 84 exit?
They kept going
whiffed
straight.
it. Yeah, they fucking whiffed it. I've done that once, but I started seeing signs for like Whitehaven, maybe 15, 20 minutes out of the way. And I went, fuck, how did I even do that? Realized and got back on. They whiffed it for an hour. A fucking hour. They started seeing signs for New Jersey. And we're like, wait a minute, something's not quite right. So Amanda pulls up her GPS. They've been driving for an hour already, mind you. She GPSes it, 2 hours away still. They fucking drove for an hour in the wrong direction and made no progress. I was like, bruh.
See, for me, that turn,
I know exactly
that
where
turn
they
onto 84.
Yeah. It's like
It's
exit
too
4
late.
there.
It's too late. I'm always in the left lane at that point. So I never miss it because I can't miss it.
Right.
But I can understand being in like
if you're on the right lane, or especially if you're in the right lane and there's a tractor trailer on your left, because it can block the sign and you might not realize it.
That's also
it can sneak up on you fast. That's the only thing I can think happened. But
either way,
I mean, her dad's a pretty, he's moving on the road, so I can't imagine he was in the right lane for very long.
Right.
But that was freaking tragic. She finally gets to my parents and she's just heated. Like steam coming off her. She's like, I was in the car for 3 hours. Windows are down because the AC doesn't work. It's hot as balls. Everybody's trying to talk, but you can't hear anything. Goes fucked. But that's not the story I wanted to tell.
No, I know. That's why I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my god, fascinating story about misdirection.
The story I'm itching for is this fucking driveway bullshit.
Oh boy.
Bro, when I say this is the most embarrassing experience I've ever seen with a contractor, this is fucking nuts. I can't believe this is still going on. It's been 6 months since we gave them the deposit. This is wild. We're just about there. It basically just needs to pour. So they got to put down the rebar, whatever to bind the cement, yada yada. Just about done. So come Saturday, the last step they really have to do is take out the sidewalk to put in our ramp so we can drive. And
that's the picture you sent.
No, the picture I sent you was the yard being dug out.
Basically
digging out where the pad's going to go. Okay. So there's a slight slope there right now, but it ended at the town's sidewalk. Mm-hmm. So that still needed to get cut out. That's why we needed the permits and yada yada. So Saturday, mind you, me and Amanda aren't home. We're both in New York. Somewhere around 4:30, a couple of his guys showed up here to finish doing what they had to do with the jackhammer. Somewhere in those instructions, the sidewalk at the road was not what got through to the guys that actually showed up here. They busted out my fucking front step. The step that you go into for the side door into the storm room, gone, obliterated. They fucking disintegrated that with a jackhammer, didn't even touch the sidewalk. So the fucking guy, literally, he had the cement truck booked for today, and he couldn't pour because the sidewalk was still here. It's you gotta be fucking kidding me. First of all, now you need to replace our step. So that's a couple $100 of labor and, cement. There was a little concrete pad right next to it. They busted that too. That was just kind of like a staging area for the garbage, whatever would go there. I don't really care about that. We're probably just going to fill that back in with dirt, and our garden bed's going to be a little longer. Mm-hmm. But you need the step because how do we get in the fucking house now? So that door is just locked.
Right.
You can't even use the fucking door. I mean, it's a big step, like we could, but somebody with a bum knee certainly can't use that door anymore.
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
Yeah, it's like a 2-foot drop.
Yeah,
yeah. Because there's
I was just saying, for me, I was just like, oh yeah, just dodge it, like
no,
just
you
step
couldn't.
on the grass.
When we got home, you extra couldn't because it was all the rubble right there. So like someone could easily roll an ankle, get fucking slip through it. Who knows? Trip and fall. Thankfully, it was still more or less daylight. We have a pretty bright.
I'm just trying to figure out
how they fucked that up.
How do you're making a driveway?
Yeah. Why are you hitting my front door, you stupid bastards? Like, I don't want to blame it on a language barrier, but that was part of it. And he gave shitty directions. I don't know. There was a little bit of concrete still left. Where we had like 2 cement steps right there, like right after the dirt. There was 2 small steps basically at the sidewalk. He might have said steps talking about those, but because there was already dirt and shit there, they might not have seen them that good. So the only step they saw was the door.
Which,
maybe
again,
benefit of the doubt, could have been a confusion.
Or they were like, jackhammer.
Concrete. Destroy. That's the thing I see. That's what I'm going to break right
It's like sidewalk, not house. Not driveway. Sidewalk.
Don't touch sidewalk. Must break house. Great. I was
property, not you.
We were just so confused when we got home.
I don't know why I chose caveman.
They literally had the wood form like there and everything, like ready to pour into this pocket. Like it was there, and the wood ended, and the step started here. So then it goes step back to the house. Wood here, step here. Why break step? There was no reason to touch it. I don't understand. We were like, what the fuck? So Amanda's calling him the next morning, like, dude, what happened? He's like, I'm so fucking sorry. He's like, I don't know how they misinterpreted what to do. He's like, I guess on the bright side, you guys get a new step out of it. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, we can't pour today, obviously, so they're trying to book the truck for tomorrow. But then the truck comes, they still got to set the rebar and stuff, and then the actual like outer edge of the sidewalk is still there. So I'm not totally sure if they're using that as like the front border when they pour the cement.
Like that's kind of
they're going to use that to
like
keep it in.
Line, yeah.
They might use that to keep the cement in, and then after it's all set, then just cut that last bit out, and we drive over that.
Or you're just meant to.
I mean, we can't drive over that. It's 6 inches high. Amanda's car might get over it. It's not going to have a good time.
This is a 2-car side by side, not a full in. It's
going to be 2 side by side. Yeah.
2 so 4. No, 2.
No. One row. 2 car.
1 car side by side. 2 wide. Yes, that's
what.
Look,
you're hurting my head.
Look, man, I don't want
to. It's barely after 7 o'clock. You're talking the gibberish.
I don't want to get political, but there was a lot of more peacekeeping times during the Targaryen reign than anyone else.
I'm sorry? We're getting back on Game of Thrones? Or are we back on Peacekeeper? What was his salute that turns out it's actually a swastika?
It actually wasn't. They I don't know. They did something.
Is there a misinterpretation?
It's supposed to be like it's a capital H or something.
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, whatever. Okay.
And it became a Fortnite emote?
It wasn't a Fortnite emote. They were like, wait a minute.
They said, hold on, is this a Nazi salute? Is this actually a secret Nazi move?
Yeah, and
it turns out
that's a spoiler for Peacemaker.
I'm not giving
watched it.
But I'm saying like, no context.
But I'm saying like that's kind of like that because that was the whole.
That becomes the world scenario.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I'm bringing up the fact that spring is coming.
Okay. I just saw a poster. Is it
Night of the Seven Kingdoms is in January.
Oh no! Wait. So what the fuck is this? The egg?
Yes, Duncan Egg. Yeah. It's called Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Okay,
it's about Duncan the Tall and
Egg, who is
Aegon the 7th or something.
He's old man Aemon's brother.
Yes,
who ends up actually becoming king.
Yes,
Aemon was in line, right, and he passed to become a maester.
And Aegon is
his younger brother.
It's his younger brother, but he's also I thought he was like the 7th, but he might be like the 5th. He might be like Aegon the 5th. Or something.
Well, they also kind of split lines.
And there's also there's so many Aegons. But you only get the number from being the
king Aegon?
like an actually like
once he becomes knighted, or once he becomes crowned,
he becomes
Aegon,
it's the same thing with
fifth of his name.
Pope, where it's like, oh, you can
Pope Louis the 17th,
Pope
whatever
John Paul II, because he's the second one named John Paul,
right?
Or so things like that.
But they take like a saint name, right? When they become
but it's like, but that's why it's
similar.
Like, there's like,
Francis, but like John is not like Jon Snow is not Aegon the 12th.
If he had become king, he would have been Aegon. He would have been Aegon the.
If hypothetically speaking, it went that way,
6th or 7th or whatever,
and he got the crown, then he would have gotten his number.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the specifics behind it, but it's just very. It's exciting to go back to Westeros.
So, take me back a second, real quick, before we move off the numbering concept. So I'm sure. Page. Aegon from House of the Dragon.
It's the second.
When he was born, though, they weren't calling him Aegon the Second yet.
No.
So they didn't call him Aegon the Second until the split,
crowned.
And they said, "Okay, you're the king now." Now
he was crowned. Yeah. So there's Aegon the Conqueror is the first Aegon.
Yeah. OG.
And then there's Aegon the Second because he's the second king named Aegon.
Okay, but there were other Aegons between them.
I'm sure there was. I can't off the top of my head. I'll be honest. Off the top of my head, can't really think about it.
Okay.
None that actually come to mind. I feel like Maegor might have had an Aegon.
That was Maegor the Cruel. Is that right? So he was a bastard.
Because
did you get to that Targaryen book?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. It gets to just before the events of
Game of
Dunk and Egg.
Oh.
Because it doesn't mention the Blackfire rebellions at all, and that's supposed to be the second one that he's never gonna do, unless he does. If
the second
Fire and
story,
Blood, Fire and Blood Part 2. Like, this is only the first volume of Fire and Blood, but it goes from Aegon's conquest to.
He ain't writing shit.
Unless he's
unless he's got actually next Winds of Winter.
Unless he's got a lot backed up to just drop, and
it's already written and done. You're just going to release.
You could always have You could always have that theory that like A Dream of Spring, he's writing Winds of Winter and Dream of Spring simultaneously, so that he can double drop them quick, and that's why Winds of Winter is taken.
Because
15 years, 14 years, to release, and it's still not coming in as far as we know. Because I think 2011 was Dance with Dragons, so
that was when the book released.
Yeah.
So the show started.
The show started the same year as Dance with Dragons, 2011.
11?
Yeah.
I feel like it was all long.
It lasted
up through 2022.
10 years. Yeah, because there was like a gap year at one point.
Yeah, because they took a whole extra year to start releasing.
Well, they did it for
7.
Season 7 and season 8. Yeah, because they were shorter seasons, but they were bigger episodes.
Bro, that was heartbreaking.
Again, if you watch season 7 and 8 in succession,
back to back,
as one season instead of 2 short seasons, the pacing is not that bad.
Yeah, it's the fact that there was that huge gap.
Yeah,
honestly, we've talked about this plenty of times, but people are just butthurt that it didn't end the way they thought it would, or the way they wanted.
I agree.
Sucks to suck. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad ending. The story made perfect sense. Sure, there was a couple of like discretionary things that maybe jumped the gun a little bit, but
and there were some things that like the
a couple of plot holes.
The persistent detail kind of like widened. Like it became less hyper focused on like individual things
and more big story. Yeah, that's fair. Well, they didn't have a book to refer to.
I mean,
books are just able to go into so much more detail.
We could do an entire podcast to this.
Just fucking Game of Thrones.
I would it'd be 2-hour episodes, and it would.
And we'd get through episode 3.
No, we'd keep going, and it'd be like, shit, we recorded 4 episodes in one sitting.
Just keep going. We'll be fine.
Yeah, but the reason why I brought up Night of the Seven Kingdoms, well. Also, I do actually truly believe that if you look at it mathematically, there was more times of peace during Targaryen reign than anyone else. But that's just because the events of Game of Thrones is the only time that there was anyone other than Targaryen in control.
Running shit, yeah.
And that's very clearly not peaceful.
Well, really, the Targaryen scraps you get are Targaryen versus Targaryen, and then a little bit of rebellion between
the Blackfire Rebellion,
Westeros and Essos, right? Those lands down there causing trouble.
Well, that's happening simultaneously with the dance. But there's the Blackfire rebellions.
And that was who? Whose problem was that?
So the Blackfires are the bastards of the Targaryens.
Okay. Are they the ones that splinter off and become the Second Sons? Not Second Sons, Golden Company?
I'm not 100% on that, but I
Okay.
know that the Blackfires consider themselves a separate family from the Targaryens.
Okay.
But they are Targaryen bastards, basically.
Okay.
But it's like a certain
I think
sect.
they
It's a
become the
certain
Golden
sect.
Company. I'm pretty sure I read that in the last book.
They are just after
I feel
the
like
events.
I want to make sure.
They're after the events of Dunk and Egg. But
Okay.
Dunk and Egg is supposed to be 10 novellas, and they only have 3 out. And so we're missing 70% of that story.
So
too.
is that story supposed to be setting up to the Blackfire rebellions?
Yes and no.
What like
The
so
thing
what's
is-
the point of the Dunk and Egg story? Like what is it?
It's just following Duncan the Tall and Egg on the.
Does he matter? What, like
rise.
who cares?
I mean, it's another story that's set in Westeros that's like a series. Duncan the Tall is like a big like hero in lore or whatever. So they're doing the story about him, and they have something to base it off of because the Tales of Dunk and Egg are novellas, like I said. But they have
Okay.
3 novellas, so they probably have like 3 seasons worth of material. But they're shorter seasons too because Dunk and Egg is only 6 episodes, or Night of the Seven Kingdoms is only 6 episodes the first season.
Okay.
So I feel like they're literally portraying each of the novellas as a season, and it's because they're so short comparatively to like Game of Thrones or anything.
So
like
is
that.
it going to be? Are they going to do it more like a mini series?
I think that's what it's meant.
Or is it
To,
gonna
I
be
think it's
full-length
meant.
seasons?
I thought it was meant to be to tide us over between like House of the Dragon or any other like Aegon's Conquest is in the works, stuff like that. But then they pushed it back, so now we're getting 2 Westeros shows in 2026, which I'm not against.
So that's going to be
obviously.
season 3, House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
Season 1, Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Yes, but Night of the Seven Kingdoms was first. That's in January.
Okay.
And then probably in the late spring, early summer is probably season 3 of House of the Dragon, which is supposed to. I mean, if they've been pretty consistent with the story from the lore. I mean, obviously there's like some nuances.
You think they're going to try to stretch it out to a season 4?
It will be. No, they confirmed season 4 is the final season.
Okay.
But that makes that.
So season
totally
3
fine.
is going to kind of be
But
fight.
season
probably.
3,
Season 3 should be all fight.
if the pacing is correct, season 3 is supposed to be. It should be mostly fighting,
Yeah.
and it should be like the best fights.
Really? Like
Like-
dragon on dragon? Are
like-
we getting Aemon versus Daemon?
Like, yes,
Yeah.
like that should end the season.
And then season 4 is probably going to be Fallout.
Yeah. If I were to guess,
Maybe
season
another
4 would
fight
be
or
like
2 would dragged out. Like we have to finish this.
the story does not end
How are they going to
the way
resolve
you
it?
expect.
I mean, from reading the books, I kind of know more or less how it ends, but I'm sure they're going to take some liberties with it.
Well, they already took some liberties because there's a character in the book called Nettles. She's just a homeless girl, and she's one of the dragon seeds. As a reminder, the dragon seeds are people who are also bastards
Yeah.
of the Targaryens, but they're unaware, but they become dragon riders, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they're
There was
Hero
the
Hard-
blacksmith and
Hugh Hammer
the drunk.
and
I'm drawing a blank on his name.
yep. And
You're also drawing a blank on his
because
name.
he's such a minor character
Yeah.
compared to Hugh.
He ends up getting whose dragon did he end up getting?
Silverwing.
Silverwing?
He got Silverwing, who was
One of the
Jaehaerys's wife's dragon.
Oh.
Jaehaerys had Vermithor. That's who Hugh.
That's
got.
who Hugh got, the big one.
So
Currently still Vagar's the biggest? And is
yes,
going to stay the
yes,
biggest.
and
right?
then
The
right under
cannibal
that, the cannibal
is probably next.
In lore or in history theory is bigger than Vagar.
Oh, really?
But we never see the cannibal. At least in the book, you never
It's
see
just
him
off doing
in
its own
screen.
thing and causes trouble when it feels like. So Vermithor is probably next then.
Vermithor would be the second largest.
Is that who Damon went and sang to?
Yes.
Trying to
Yes, that's
win him
Vermithor.
over, basically? Okay.
So
So that would be...
the White.
Is that the...
Is the other guy. Ulf.
Oh, that's the drunk.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's there's Adam of Hull, the brother.
The
2 brothers that are like the sea snakes bastards.
Okay, yeah. All right. I was thinking of the right guy. I was just drawing a blank on their names.
And he
the
had,
Valerian.
sea
He's
smoke.
And he was the more charismatic one, right? Than the other brothers with the shaved head and more stoic.
But definitely
I don't want shit
probably a
from them.
better, probably like more prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, there's a character called Nettles who's like this other random girl.
I don't really remember that name.
Well, there's a reason. She's supposed to be sheep stealer is supposed to be the dragon that she gets.
Okay.
At the end of season 2 of House of the Dragon, they have
the kid go
Rhaena
look for her.
They have Rhaena find sheep stealer, and the theory, and I mean it's not really a theory. I think they're just combining their stories.
They're gonna have Rhaena basically take that story.
Nettle's story, which people are not happy about.
Right.
Obviously.
I mean, they did that in Game of Thrones a lot too. Like the same story points happened.
But the whole thing is that like because Rhaena gets her own dragon from an egg, and it's supposed to be the 4th sibling of Daenerys' dragon eggs, which you saw at the end of season 2, they have 4 eggs that they take away. One of those 4 eggs is supposed to go to Rhaena, and it's supposed to be morning. The other 3 end up being Drogon, Viserion, and Rhaegal.
Interesting.
That's not going to happen anymore. Because if she's going to be Nettles, then she gets sheep stealer. She doesn't need morning. Or she doesn't. They don't have morning.
So originally, morning went to Rhaena.
Yeah, hatched for her, like late in her life. Like everybody else had, it's like.
So maybe they'll have somebody else fill that void then. The second sister already has a dragon. Yeah,
she is Moon Dancer, Bela.
Okay. So who could end up getting?
That's what I'm saying. The morning might not even exist.
Maybe
they might just
the fact that
cut
they
it
had
out.
The egg already
right.
Seems like
that's what I mean. They might, but that's what I mean. So like that's
the egg could have gotten lost. Maybe they'll say it got lost, and they'll keep that kind of in their back pocket.
That's an inconsistency.
Hey, we could just invent a
to the
dragon.
Story, right? Like that's one of those things where it's like, okay, they took liberties, little things like that.
Interesting.
But for the most part, the story has been pretty faithful. I love House of the Dragon. I love dragons in general. I love Westeros in general.
I also love dragons. Dragging these nuts across that face.
Time for the tech check. I really didn't think about this part at all this time. I was so hyper focused on not necessarily discussing everything that we did before that, but just like the upcoming facts section. I was like, oh man, I've got such good facts. I can't wait to discuss that. I didn't think about the tech check. So today I'm going to say we are sponsored by, I know we're not sponsored by anyone ever, and I'm just going to keep stressing that enough unless you want to sponsor us. I'm going to mention a friend. I'm just going to plug a friend who's not even here. But
you don't have any.
But he's the best man at Richie's wedding. And Richie chose him as a better friend than me, even though I'm the one sitting here right now. And so go check out Antium and watch their shorts. I'm in a couple of them, and he's wearing the shirt, and that's specifically why I'm doing that, and that's why it came to my mind. Otherwise, I probably would have waited if he was sitting in the room to actually do that. But he's not here, and I am, and we're all friends. And how did the tech check go?
Good. Everything's working.
Great.
Yeah.
Did you have to?
It's wonderful.
Did you re-click that?
I did it before it came up. I was ahead of it. So I'm the fucking GOAT.
Great.
Best to ever do it. Best there is. The best there was. And best there ever will be. You want my story? You want my fact?
Yeah, sure.
You want me first? Okay, I'll go first. You ready?
I have a couple, so.
Guess what movie I found myself watching this weekend?
Oh,
classic.
Human Centipede.
No.
Okay.
Your hint was medieval.
Oh, Human Centipede 2.
Oh fuck, got it. No, Braveheart. Great movie. I love the,
I don't know
the fights are great.
Medieval.
I mean, it was so.
I get it.
I don't know if they gave a specific date in the movie, but if you look up the William Wallace story, it's in the area of like 1100.
I understand what you're saying. But yes.
But so I found myself wondering because like I knew there were historical inaccuracies in it, but like I wanted to read a little about the actual story. Mm-hmm. And the big one that I thought was interesting. The big battle where he kind of whoops the shit out of the British. You remember when they have them flank? They basically have the nobles like pretend that they're retreating, and then they come around and get them. William Wallace does this whole big speech at the start of the fight, like that they may take our lives, but they will never take our freedom. It's like the fight in the movie.
Yeah.
And then they do the bit where the horses are charging them. Hold, and then they lift up the spears and get them. As the Battle of Stirling. That's not how it fucking went. It's not a little bit how it went. the actual story, from what I read from a couple different sources, it was the Battle of Stirling Bridge. It was specifically a bridge. Yes, the Scottish were outnumbered significantly, and yes, they pulled that cavalry play. But they certainly didn't do the whole spear thing. They didn't.
Well, that's very.
They didn't.
That's
They
very
weren't
smart.
like. They weren't posted up on a big field. It was a bridge. It was even more Spartan because it was a choke point. They basically
it's literally
they suckered the
the
British
strategy.
onto the bridge. They basically got the majority of England's army like halfway across the bridge, kind of poking them and fighting little bit by little bit. And then once they were all like not single file, but it was basically like 3 abreast was all they could do, and their cavalry was useless because it was a choke point. That's where they started jumping them, and the fucking bridge collapsed. That's what ended up killing most of them, and basically won them the fight. And then the cavalry came around from the back, punched them in the asshole, and the Scottish won that fight. But it wasn't in a big ass field. It wasn't like... no badass big charge against each other. It was, hey motherfucker, come and get me.
Yeah, not many wars happen the same way as it does in Middle Earth. But
okay, but Middle Earth is significantly more badass.
Oh well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but that's like
because it has to be
right
because it's fictional.
But
significantly,
that's what I'm saying. Like, movie magic is gonna make fight scenes more.
They have to embellish them a little bit.
Yeah.
They have to make somebody be the hero and like puff it up. All these years I've never actually gotten through the Lord of the Rings books. They're sitting right there, ready for me. I've read The Hobbit. I've dented the Fellowship of the Ring a few times.
But that's technically split, right? Because Lord of the Rings is originally Lord of the Rings and Two Towers.
It's the 3.
Well, I thought Return of the King. I thought they were 2 books and then they split it into 3 movies.
No, you might be getting confused with The Hobbit because
I know the Hobbit was 1 book, but I thought that was
the Lord of the Rings trilogy is 3 books.
I didn't realize it was. I always thought it was 2.
It's 3 books, and then there's also the Silmarillion.
I knew about that,
which they take some bits and pieces from the appendices and kind of they sprinkled them throughout the movies to kind of flesh out a couple of plot points.
Yeah, and they're starting to dabble into it for future films and stuff now too.
Yeah. What's good with this? They're making like a big RPG, like AAA RPG. Lord of the Rings. Really, it's supposed to be kind of in the vein of like Hogwarts Legacy. Warner Brothers.
I'll play the shit out of it.
Yeah.
Especially,
it sounds like it's gonna be third-person, open world. Like,
do we think
action adventure
they're
RPG.
going to bring back the rivalry system from the Shadow games?
I don't know. Because I see a lot of people wanting that.
Well, because that's not allowed to be in any other game because it's trademarked.
Interesting.
So that's why I'm wondering if...
Like the bit where you kill an enemy and it fucking remembers your ass,
the
or
rivalry
it kills you
system,
and it gets stronger.
I forget which company it was, but they trademarked it so nobody else can use it, and they're not using it. And it's such a good gameplay mechanic.
It is pretty sweet that you pull up and the freaking orc's like, you again? Like, I thought I killed you already.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
3 or 4 more times. You're just like...
That shit's still funny. But I don't know. It's still very... rumor.
Yeah, this is the first I'm hearing of it. So you actually did know something about a game before I did. If it's real,
it's all right. Let me.
I'm saying it could just be. I mean, I'm sure you've read it, but it could be just like a rumor.
It's Warner Brothers. I don't know. Oh, geez, when are we going to get on about Tilly Norwood? You ready to fight about that one?
No, I'm not ready to fight about that.
You love it?
I don't care.
Don't care,
her roles would never affect my
better.
roles.
Yeah, that's fair. You guys would not be in the same.
So for me, it's like, okay.
It's funded by the Abu Dhabi Investment Office.
Abu Dhabi.
Supposedly involving Embracer, who currently owns the rights to most Lord of the Rings games. They got bought by Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
And I don't know how that played out either. Did they get all of EA? I know there was, from what I read, there was an emphasis on The Sims. Like a private firm.
Someone said recently, one of the original developers, maybe not the original, but one of the developers on The Sims recently said they don't want to do a Sims 5 because there's over 200 expansions for Sims 4 and they don't want everybody to start over.
Yeah, imagine.
And it's like, I get that, but at the same time, The Sims 4 came out
2008?
Over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's like, you gotta do you gotta update.
You need some sort of revamp.
Yeah.
Do they do what other option do you have besides DLC? 2014, I beasted.
Well, that's still 10 years.
Yeah, no, you're still right.
Yeah. But it's like, brother, what are you doing?
When do we get a sequel?
Like, we don't.
You just
I
don't.
understand your reasoning behind it.
I
And
mean,
I
some people have
completely-
spent
I
$200-300
completely agree
on
with
the
that.
Sims DLC.
That's what I wanted Overwatch to do before Overwatch 2. Since I was like, just keep adding to this game, just keep building this game up.
It's not broke, don't fix it.
Right.
And then they broke it.
Then everything happened.
And then Overwatch 2 happened, and
I'll
we died a
never-
little inside.
I will never be satisfied until the story.
You'll
is
never
released.
forgive them. They've dropped like archives
Story.
type
Yeah,
missions
but-
again, right?
Yeah, but
Uh,
who fucking cares?
I don't know if I read this correctly. I'm also on the same train as you, and I'm just spiteful. You have to buy each of those individually when
That
they
I don't know
happen?
about because I haven't played the game since the Kitsune girl dropped. Whenever that was, 3 years almost.
Was that even Overwatch 2?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she was after Ramatra.
Did I play that? I don't even know.
Yeah, I feel like that had to be like at least
Overwatch
4 years
1
ago.
ended with Echo, right?
Yeah,
30 heroes. Echo was number 30.
31.
Echo was
Echo was
31.
number 31.
So then Ramatra was the first.
No, it
Overwatch 2?
was the girl, the Canadian woman.
Did we get the Junker Queen?
We did get the Junker Queen. She was before Ramatra. There were 3 characters prior to Ramatra
Ramatra was 4 of
Yeah.
Overwatch 2?
of Overwatch 2, yeah.
What the hell?
Oh my god, I can't think of her name.
I can't even.
The one with
I'm a
the
chump, same thing.
with the cybernetic legs, and she had the big jump, and she had the rail cannon.
She was like something right out of Apex Legends, right?
Yeah.
Fuck me, this is just gonna bother me. I
How do
hate being the
how do
guy
I-
that has
how
to
do I
keep
say
going
this?
to.
How do I say this without saying this? She's a darker complexion.
Was it Freya?
Nope, that's
Juno?
later. Nope.
Oh my god, there's so many.
Kiriko was the last one I played.
Fuck. How many are there?
A lot more now.
Are these in? Are these in any
he's the
sort of
newest.
order? Wu Yang
Okay,
is
Wu
new.
Yang's the newest.
Wu Yang.
Here, you can go. Freya, never played her before, never seen her before. Hazard,
Nope,
I
she
never
looks
played.
like,
I've seen Laurie, I've seen but never played. Brigitte.
Yeah, that's the one.
Junker Queen, I did play.
Kiriko,
Juno, I did not
Life
play.
Weaver.
Kiriko.
I remember Life Weaver.
He was after Kiriko. Malga, obviously, he was talked about a lot ahead of time.
There's Ramatra.
There she is.
Sojourn?
Yeah, Sojourn was before him.
Okay, I remember her.
Venture.
I don't know who the hell
so
Venture
much.
is.
Maybe
Zenyatta, my
Echo-
goat.
Maybe Echo was first of 2. No, I thought she ended 1.
I also thought she ended 1.
But there were 3 characters. Sorry, anyone watching.
Attack of the Fanboy. Let's see. Can Attack of the Fanboy list these in order for me? You have the base roster. No, I will keep my ad blocker enabled. Thank you. Post-launch Overwatch 1 was Anna through Echo.
Okay, Echo was last.
Yep.
Okay.
And then
So Junker Queen.
Overwatch
Oh,
2,
Kiriko was before
Sojourn,
Ramatra.
Junker Queen, Kiriko,
Okay.
then Ramatra.
Okay, so Ramatra was the last
Ramatra
one.
was end of 2022. I played a little Life
Oh, I was
Weaver.
right. It's been like 3 years. I never played Life Weaver.
I played just
But
a
I-
little Life Weaver, and
I've
then-
known
so I have
about
no
all
idea
these
who the rest of
others.
these are.
I've known about these others.
Yeah,
Because obviously I still follow their.
I've seen a little Mauga. He
I still
looks
follow
familiar.
their Insta, so like I still see like the releases and stuff. And there's that guy Wu Yang is the new one, right? That's not even on this list.
Oh yeah. This only goes up
Oh,
to
and
August
Hazard's not on there either.
2024.
Hazard is also a character that's
Yeah, so this list doesn't have
This is
anybody
just-
in 2025.
yeah. We really fell off the gambit on that one.
We got off topic. We tangented. Go ahead. Let's get back to your fact. You got it. I'm sure
I
it's
have-
space. Is it space? What is
No,
it?
I have 3 facts. I'm gonna give you.
Is
The
it
two,
Japanese
I'm gonna give you the
science?
2 less conversational ones first.
Okay. You just
The
been
first
cooking
one-
these for the last
So the
3
first
weeks?
one was the one that I saw, ish, about a week apiece.
Sure.
The first one was that they added a new social personality. So there's introvert,
Okay.
extrovert.
Okay.
There's a new one called autrovert, which is definitely me. It's people who are introverted at soul but can handle extroverted tendencies. Like you can go out to party, you don't
So a fake
panic.
ass introvert
a fake
or a
extrovert.
fake extrovert. You portray extrovert, but you are an introvert.
But you're content with being like, indoorsy, alone, hidden. But like you can be out in public and like talk to people and like be excited and have conversations and stuff, and it's fine. Again, cool that they made an official term for that.
Who's they?
People.
Yeah.
I don't look into the stuff.
Sure.
I don't look into the facts unless they really matter.
Yeah.
I just saw that post and
You're like, oh, that's interesting.
and I went,
Anyway,
great,
moving on.
something that I can now be like, that's me. I'm an introvert.
I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
Atra? Like O-T-R-A?
Introvert, yeah.
Atro? Introvert?
Introvert. Extrovert, introvert, introvert. It's all O.
Interesting. So you a bitch. Shout out Dr. Oso.
What's the letter that comes after N?
Oh! Did you see? There's this fat guy on Instagram, and he's a big metalhead, and he fucking keeps putting out videos. I've only seen 2 of them. I don't know if I meant to share the one to you. The guy dancing to Slayer did I send you that one? It's like the caption is POV, you go into the Slayer mosh pit and this is all you see. And it's him, and he's this big fucking guy, big old belly, he's shirtless, and the fucking heavy guitar starts on it, and he goes, dun, 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 and he starts jamming his belly in sync with the freaking riff. And it's just like, what the fuck is this? First of all, I'm aroused. Second of all, I'm terrified. So
yeah, that's what the pit's supposed to do.
Yeah.
So
he was cracking me up. I don't know what his deal is.
The second fact I had was actually the most recent one that I saw, and that is, hey, let me ask you this. How often do you include protein into your diet?
Consciously?
Yes.
I mean, I tend to have like a meat with every lunch or dinner.
Sure. Apparently, according to recent studies...
And milk in my cereal. That's protein.
Sure.
8 grams.
According to recent studies, protein is connected to aging.
Okay.
So the more protein you have, the older you get.
Interesting.
In terms of like physicality. You'll gray faster or lose hair faster with protein.
It feels backwards.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently not. Apparently they...
I don't think I agree with that.
You don't have to agree with science.
I'm not a scientist.
But
I feel like, doesn't protein like keep your mitochondria
but it completely makes sense, because think about all the guys that like really like go like hard on like working out and stuff. They always look so much older in the face than anyone else, right? Apparently it's connected to protein.
Interesting. I feel like I have a pretty young face though.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
So in theory, I might have
let's think of it this
deficiency.
And let's think of it this way. When we were growing up, how many times did you get carded versus how many times did I get carded?
Oh, I mean, I got carded everywhere.
I got
carded on my fucking 22nd birthday because my ID expired that day.
I didn't start getting carded until I was in my late 20s. You know why? Because I stopped drinking milk. I switched off to something else.
You switched to Red Bull.
And I suddenly started looking younger.
That feels like bullshit.
I know.
I'm not.
It feels.
I'm not embracing this one.
But like,
where's your source?
I took a picture of it and I sent it to Ken, my PT, my guitarist. And I was like, "Hey, man," because we were sitting in the same room when he said it.
So he works out a lot. Does he look significantly older than you?
Oh, he's grayed. He's grayed out. He's
how much older?
Shorter. He's 33.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I was just talking about this with Amanda last night. Not the protein.
Because aging may be linked to protein, scientists just found, and shutting it down reversed the effects. Scientists have identified a protein
I feel like the
that
trade
helps
is not
spread the effects of aging through the body. This protein, known as REHMGB1, is released into the bloodstream by aging cells. Once in circulation, it sends signals that cause nearby healthy tissue to act old, slowing down repair, weakening muscle strength, and driving inflammation. In other words, aging behaves less like a local tissue with single cells and more like a body-wide chain reaction.
So it is a particular protein,
right?
Is it?
Was
there a source of it, or is it the way your body interprets protein? Where does this particular protein
That's how I interpreted it, was that it's this particular protein, whatever it may be.
Like, is it a red meat versus chicken type of protein?
Right, because if that's the case, I mean, birds taste better than any other meat, right? I don't know, I've never had human.
You ever have duck?
But I have, of course.
Yeah.
Duck?
I've only had it once. Wasn't crazy about it.
No, but I just think birds in general just taste better than other meats. Never had human. So I don't know.
Supposedly it tastes like Couldn't tell you. Actually, couldn't. I was gonna say tastes like chicken, but I feel like I have read a little bit about this before, and it does not taste like chicken.
No, it probably tastes like human.
You're concerning me. I feel like you want to know.
The final, the final fact is the big one, which I feel like can actually like lead to a full conversation.
Okay.
They recently discovered a new bird, which they always do, right?
Can we eat it?
Yes. But it is a crossbreed of a blue jay and a green jay. First of all,
What's a green?
what's
jay?
a green jay? A green jay. A green
There he is.
jay
We finally got it.
is a bird
Yep.
that is like a blue jay, but green.
But green. Okay.
And so now apparently they're crossbreeding, and it got me thinking about hybrid animals.
Other crossbreeds.
And the only reason first I saw that and I was like, oh, cool, okay.
You always got to come back.
They're calling it a green jay,
Get fucked.
right? And I'm like, oh, cool, man.
Cool. Real original. Isn't Gru the asshole from Despicable Me?
No,
That guy?
there's no E at the end.
Ah, he's just
It's just-
GRU.
Yeah,
But this is being spelled
it's a
GRU.
G-R-U-E.
But it's pronounced Gru, so it's the fucking guy from Despicable Me.
Well, he does have a bird-like nose.
Knew it.
But, haha.
Gru is a blue jay, green jay, hybrid.
He's a
confirmed.
blue jay.
You
But-
can do it.
The reason why, I really thought about this was because, 3 days later,
You saw a Gru jay.
no, I wish I would just be like, they
It's
exist.
real.
It's real.
Huzzah!
A dachshund, which is a domesticated dog
and a fox.
and a fox.
Uh-huh.
They started appearing more frequently
Mm-hmm.
in the States. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm like, okay, hybrid stuff. Now I was like diving into that.
Yep. So we know wolf dogs are a thing.
Sure.
Liger is probably the big one.
Liger, but there's also the
Taiwan.
opposite. Yeah, Tigon.
Liger is a female tiger and a male lion.
Yes.
And Tion's the other way
Yes,
around.
it's based off
I
of
think.
the first syllable is the male.
Is the male. So Liger
So
would
like
be a
a
male lion.
zonkey
is a male zebra.
is a male zebra and a female donkey. There's a cama, which is a camel llama,
Camel llama. Okay.
right?
Now, which of these can actually naturally breed, and which have to be?
That's what I was trying to.
Because the
figure
liger
out.
can't happen.
Right.
It has to be artificially inseminated.
Right.
and-
Well, that was the thing is that
incubated.
I looked it through and I was like, and they gave me a list of a handful of sterile species
Okay.
where it's like
Yeah, because the
Even
baby
had-
can't usually
right,
produce offspring
right.
in pretty much all of these.
And there was a handful of them, but there's a lot of birds, a lot of fish, a lot of cats.
Yeah.
There are so many cat breeds that are combinations of cat, like the Savannah cat. I think it's just called the Savannah cat. It's
Yeah.
a domesticated cat and a sentinel. And then there's I forget what they called it.
A panther and a jaguar, probably.
It was like a leopard or something, and it was like a lion leopard or something.
Okay.
I forget specifically what they called that one. But I mean, there's so
But they're all
many
labs
cats.
made.
No, they're in the wild.
Really?
Yeah. So it's all of these.
I know dogs tend to be a thing in the wild.
Yeah.
They're the ones.
You know,
that
there's
can
the coy wolf.
a coyote and a wolf.
I think it's what it's called.
But all these other ones get cool names, but a wolf dog is just called a wolf dog.
Yeah. Or
You
what
can
do wanna
legally
call
own
it?
a-
a wog.
That sounds sick.
A
A
wog.
wog or a dolphin. Dolphin.
Oh, here's a cool one. A wolfin.
Tell me it's a wolf and a dolphin.
No, it's a whale and a dolphin.
What the fuck?
But it's so.
But they're both porpoises.
Right.
So
But it looks. So, you look at it, you go,
that can't be natural.
that's so cool. They're
Are they like
they're
giant
black.
dolphins?
But they're oh man, dude,
Is
they're
it an
so
orca?
sick. Let me show you a picture
Which-
of a wolfin.
Which whale? Does it have to be a certain whale? I can't imagine they can morph a blue whale and a fucking bottlenose dolphin. I feel like it's got to be an orca. That's probably
It's an
the
extremely
closest.
rare marine mammal, meaning a female bottlenose dolphin and a male false killer whale.
False killer whale. I didn't know there was such a thing as a false killer whale.
Look at that beast.
That thing does look badass. A wolfin. What the fuck is a false killer whale, though? I'm hung up on that now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Please hold.
So an orca is a killer whale, the classic, free willy.
A false
black and
killer
white
whale is a large social dolphin found in tropical and subtropical oceans. It's a dolphin that looks like a killer whale.
So it's a fucking dolphin.
Yeah. So I guess that doesn't really.
They've played us. They absolutely played.
I mean, the
us.
false killer whale looks more like.
Ooh,
And they look
it looks like a whale. Yeah.
But
It looks like an orca,
oh my
but
gosh,
black
this thing's
and sleek. Yeah, it's pretty
already-
badass. You know what gets me? A rabbit and a hare.
That's rare.
I've never been able to retain the biological differences in the two. A hare is like longer and sleeker and more for running and burrowing, whereas a rabbit is like the one that we can domesticate. They can't breed.
A rabbit and a hare?
Yeah.
Okay.
You put two of them next to each other, they look like the same fucking thing. And they can't.
How do you explain
breed.
a jackalope?
But you know what can breed? A fucking pug and a husky.
You
A
know what?
pug and a wolf could pump out a baby, but a goddamn rabbit and a hare
I
can't.
don't like pugs. I think they're ugly. I
They're
think
ugly,
they need to be
stupid, and
bred
look like
out
a dog
of
shot
existence.
to the wall. It's happening in Germany.
By all means,
They're deliberately breeding them with longer faces.
by all means, kill the pugs. And if that's controversial, allow it to be. I don't like them. I think they serve no purpose as a breed. They are ugly. They smell bad. They can't breathe, and they just. I would argue. The argument between dogs and cats. The reason why cats win is because there's nothing that looks like a fucking pug that's a cat, and I will die on this hill.
What are those fat hairy fuckers?
There's still
It's a
cuteness.
stunted
There's
face.
still cuteness to that.
Oh, you're fucking bugging.
There is still cuteness to that.
You're absolutely out
A
of your mind.
pug is an ugly little creature, and I don't like them. And if you have a pug, I don't like you. And I don't mean that.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
probably a nice person, but I don't like that you chose a pug as your your companion. It feels so weird. And it's like, why? Why would you choose that over anything else? It can't breathe. It can't breathe on its own. It needs medical assistance to survive. Why are you still breeding them? It doesn't make any sense. And I'm gonna keep talking like this until it starts to cut out.
All right. Let's get you to bed, Grandpa. You're
did you want to build a character real quick at the end of the session?
Is it Pugman?
No, it's not Pugman.
It's the Adventures of Pugman.
Although,
who's his arch nemesis? It's
although-
gonna be a cat-based.
although
creature.
fuck Pugman. No, there's no Pugman.
It's Pugman.
Although
It's
I would
Pugman.
love to hear about a character design about a false killer whale style character. I think that would look so cool.
So
like someone who's like, maybe it's not like their abilities.
His name
They
is
just kind of
Fuckwa.
no
Fuckwa versus Pugman.
fuck help.
You're out of your mind.
Okay, that's the first person he's hunted. That's the first person Hellkeeper's hunted. Pugman. He's going down.
This is
Fuck
insanity.
Pugman. I fuck pugs, and I'm gonna keep saying it until the music plays. Where is it? Where's the music? It hasn't stopped. Check us out next time. Bye.
Oh, here comes Pugman, tripping through the night with a squeaky toy and a dastardly bite. My editor's ready, chaos on display. You won't escape my verbal spray.
Fate rises, the ocean's might. Justice strikes deeper than the darkest night.
No villain too goofy, no pranks too wild. I'll save the day with strength and style. Clash of chaos and the